Obviously, ChatGPT isn't the only AI program. There's other programs called Midjourney. There's one in NVIDIA, and there's one recently that's going around in TikTok about famous people or famous cartoon characters singing. Two Midjourney and NVIDIA programs are related to art. So if you were to give it a prompt, then it would be able to create art around it. But the last one that I talked about the TikTok one, is that there's like filters and other AI programs that are able to mimic cartoon character voices or celebrities like Barack Obama or like Ariana Grande. ChatGPT may be used by everyone, but it isn't for everyone. Giving people the freedom to search for answers that they need to find, or possibly directions on what they need directed for, is important. And not only can students take advantage of the ChatGPT, but teachers, athletes, doctors, construction workers, and even stay-at-home parents can use it. Just by asking everyday questions like how can I improve my sprint, or how can I improve my knee if it's like injured. That's all information we can find on Google and as well as ChatGPT. Although ChatGPT won't be as reliable as Google, it is a quicker way of finding sources. I guess it's more futuristic as it uses AI rather than just a search engine. Obviously, ChatGPT isn't as popular as it was when it first started, and I don't think it will become popular again, just because like people started to figure out how like unreliable the sources are. The AP programs or IB programs, they don't really require ChatGPT. They require like sources and source matching, so ChatGPT would be unreliable to use. Maybe for simple homework such as like math or like kind of like summarizing a book, it might be helpful, but otherwise I don't think it will become popular. Personally, yes, I think that ChatGPT, its popularity will die down. When it was at its peak, there were other like companies trying to mimic the software. There were softwares called like Cactus AI and Quanch AI. I've tried both of them out, but a lot of companies try to take your money by creating like subscription deals and making you pay for them, which is obviously unethical. As everyone tries to use ChatGPT as a template, I don't think they're that good. They're just trying to make ChatGPT seem more advanced. And the software is very cluttered. You won't be able to find like many sources. And the only reason why ChatGPT is popular is because it's very simple to use. You just ask it a question and it gives you an answer right away. Like I said before, I don't think I'll be using ChatGPT that often as I used to. But one thing that I think it is popular and like helpful for is summarizing books and other like news sources. So if you were to give it a text and ask it to summarize something, then you'll be able to read it much more quickly, obviously, because it summarizes everything very quickly. Obviously, that summary may not be like reliable and also kind of wordy. It's much better than spending most of your time trying to read the actual source. As soon as I open ChatGPT, it gives me prompts such as plan a trip, help me debug, come up with concepts for games, or give me ideas. Down for the plan a trip, there's like a photography expedition in Iceland and other stuff. If we click on it, then it starts to generate like kind of a trip in Iceland and other things like trips you can take and like what you should do in day 1 and day 2 and day 3. Other questions that you can ask are like, please summarize a book. And yeah, if you ask it to please summarize a book, it will ask you for a book recommendations. I'll just do what is good book recommendation. The book that it gives us is The Night Citrus, and basically it just gives us a short summary on the book itself and why you should read it. And one thing I do want to demonstrate is if you were to ask it like a relevant information that happened after 2021 September, such as the Queen passing away, you can ask it, when did Queen Elizabeth pass away? It says here, as of my last update in September 2021, Queen Elizabeth II was alive. However, my information might be outdated and don't have real-time data. To find out current status of Queen Elizabeth II, I recommend checking a reliable news source or doing a quick research online. In the text that it provides, it obviously says here that we recommend to check a reliable source, and it also states that it is the information that it stores could be outdated, as the source was last updated on September of 2021. We can ask it other questions such as coding questions please write me a code for a simple game. Then it starts giving you a Python code, and you can copy the code and put it into your engine. And basically what it just says is copy and paste this code into a Python interpreter or a Python file and run it. The game will generate a random secret number between 1 and 100, and you have to guess the number. The program will give you feedback if your guess is too low or too high, and it will keep track of the number of attempts until you guess the correct number. Have fun playing! So obviously, ChatGPT can be used for many separate occasions. And one more thing I would like to demonstrate is when you open up ChatGPT, the first thing that you see is upgrade to plus, or the thing on the top here. So obviously, if you click on it, it's gonna ask you to pay for ChatGPT Plus or ChatGPT 4. And basically, what it does is it says it gives access to GPT-4, our most capable model, faster response speed, and exclusive access to beta features like browsing, plugins, and code interpreter. Many people pay for this program, but honestly, I don't think there's a big difference between GPT 3.5 and 4. One of my friends did purchase GPT 4, and I did find that it didn't really have a big effect on them. They didn't really notice the faster speeds, and they don't do code, so they don't really use the ChatGPT 4 to its full advantage. Maybe coders and people who are starting to get into code might find this program slightly more capable and compatible with them, but currently I don't find a need in ChatGPT 4. I'll start by reading write a 5-sentence story about a 15-year-old boy living in South Korea. This is what ChatGPT produced. In the bustling streets of Seoul, South Korea, lived a 15-year-old boy named Minjun. Raised by his grandparents, he had a deep appreciation for the traditional Korean values and the modern city life. Minjun had a hidden talent for playing the traditional gayagum, and he often mesmerized passerby with the soulful melodies and at a nearby park. As he navigated the challenges of adolescence, Minjun's passion for music helped him find solace and purpose, dreaming of one day starting his art of a grand stage, with determination and a heart full of dreams. Minjun's journey in the vibrant city of Seoul was just beginning. And second, I'll be reading what I wrote about me. My name is Philip Lee, and I've been living in South Korea for the past 10 years. I have a Korean family but was born in Hawaii, Honolulu, and lived there for 5 years. I moved to Korea in 2012, and since then I've been attending the same international school for the past 11 years. Something I noticed while living in South Korea is that the people here are very different compared to America. American people like living their lives on a you only live once mindset, while many South Koreans live by their everyday lives the same. And basically, what I wanted to prove here is that ChatGPT kind of just like creates its own version of like story. While it doesn't give many details, it's kind of like a children's book. Obviously, humans they create what like their mind tells them to create, and like kind of creates what they think, and yeah. When reading the ChatGPT provided text, I can tell that it was trying to aim for a younger audience. Although it used sort of advanced vocabulary, like that maybe children will understand, the text that it provides, it kind of resembles kind of like a children's book story. Personally, if I were to submit this in like a school assignment, I'd rather write something on my own, especially if it were something that was related to myself. I'd definitely write it on my own. But if it was about a separate topic, I think I'd probably ask ChatGPT to write it. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's talk, and next time I'll come back by talking about the current state of the international economy, mainly focusing on the American government's debt and how it affects through the butterfly effect on different countries that are linked with the international banks. Thank you.